The hair is getting cut today. We're getting rid of this disaster of hair. Not all of it. It is a lot later than when I filmed. I wanted to make a day in a life video because I thought it'd be fun. You know, I was getting my hair cut and I was gonna be doing some other stuff today. Didn't really turn out well. I don't have a very interesting life to make a full day in my life because literally all I did this morning was go get my hair cut and look for some books. That was it. I decided now to make this into a reading vlog because I thought it would be fun. I decided to make a reading vlog on beach read because this is my first Emily Henry book that I've ever read. For some reason, I think I said this in my reading wrap up, I had a thing with not picking up Emily Henry books. I don't know why. I think it was just because of the mixed reviews and I was just a bit like, I don't know. But I saw a TikTok of beach read that really convinced me to actually buy the book and pick it up. I've just seen so much more of this book than any of her other books. I have only made it, I've only gotten to page 4 and that's about it. The words are small. I don't know why I'm surprised, but you know, they're small. Yes, the hair is freaking finally cut after a year and a half. I got my hair cut last April because I wanted to cut for my 18th birthday party, but I'm very happy with it now because I went to a big girl hairdresser for the first time and yeah, very happy with it. I'm going to show you the books that I got today. I went to Big W to get Love Light Farms, right, and 2 other books that I've been wanting to get. It was right in front of me. I was like, oh, it's here, Light Farms. I didn't even grab it. Why? I don't know. First book that I bought is Love Theoretically because I have seen so much on this book and all the people that I watch have read it and absolutely loved it, and I'm like, I'll trust you guys. We're gonna see how this one goes. I might add it to my next month's TBR. But we'll see, we'll see. I do love the spines though, like they're so cute. Like I know they're all about like science stuff and all that, and I'm not a big science person, but I know all her books are women in STEM. I think except Loaf to Love You, I think that's different. I think, I'm not sure, but I love the little details of like, you know, you got the beaker. Yeah, I think that's very cute. The next one that I bought is Fairy Tale by Stephen King. This is the new like format cover. I ended up picking up this book instead of Love Light Farms, which is what I went there for. Mainly Love Theoretically because I was like, I'll buy it. The last book that I bought, I've seen a little bit of this circulating around, not much. I think I only saw like 2 things on this book and then I just added it onto my Amazon wish list, and so I got The Song of the Mark. I need someone to let me know how good this book is, or let me know what your thoughts are because I don't see much. I know it's a fantasy, obviously. There is not much I remember seeing of. I just remember that I've seen someone recommend it. It's like, if you love fantasy books, read these ones or something like that, or like really good fantasy books that, you know, not really anyone has suggested and all that. So yes, anyways, I'm going to continue reading beach read, so we'll see how it goes. I'm very scared for this book. I was going to update today, but I didn't. Now I'm going to be talking with a headache. I made myself some tea, so hopefully that will fix my headache. Update on beach read. I have not read much at all. I've had a headache since last night, and I don't know if it's just because I was reading or something else. I don't know. It has stopped me a little bit from reading because every time I try to read words, it feels like it gets a bit worse, so I have to stop reading, and I hate that. I've only gotten up to chapter 7 so far. What's happened is obviously January has gotten to, what's it called, the beach house, like her father's second house. She's met Gus, or she's already met him, but she's seeing Gus again and has found out that he is her neighbor. She's gone to a sort of book club thing that an owner of like a cafe slash bookstore owns, and obviously Gus is there. I feel like this book has been mostly just her drinking 57 pages in. Almost every page is about her drinking. I really like the writing. I think it's really good. I love it. It's making me want to read the book, but I'm just kind of a little bored. I feel like I keep filming this vlog. It is a couple hours later since I was talking. I didn't want to talk in front of my dad and my sister because I knew that they'd just be looking at me weird. I don't even remember what I said. I think it could have just been that it's a bit slow for me. I'm pretty sure. But I'm 57 pages in, so I don't expect it to be like fast-paced the whole time. Even though I do want that to happen because I don't like slow books. But I'm gonna keep reading. I want to at least maybe chapter 11, if not chapter 10. I'm gonna take off this makeup and I'm gonna see if I can read. I don't know how long I was reading for. Probably an hour. I feel so slow with this book. I think it might be just because of the text and how small it is, because it's small. But I'm now 134 pages in. I'm currently on chapter 12 and I still really like the writing. I think it's very good. I think I was on chapter 10, so I was on page 92 and now I'm on 134, which wasn't bad. I made quite a bit of progress, which is good. I would say I'm about like 30-something% in, because when I updated on Goodreads, because I want to make it to 150 pages tonight, it says that is like 41% in. They've made their bet or deal, whatever, so they swapped genres to write, and they've just gotten to know each other a bit more about like their past and why they are writing, like what made them write. January had started writing because of her mum and her dad. Gus had started writing because of also his parents, but in like very two different ways. She started writing out of love, that's why she's writing romance, and he's writing literary fiction because of a bad situation that he was in when he was younger. He's trying to find that happiness or something. He wanted to explore the reasons that people stayed and the reason why his mum had stayed. Both sides, it's very sad because of what's happened now with January's parents and also Gus's like situation after his mum died when he was a kid. I can definitely tell why people would say this is just more than romance. It's still very slow for me. I think it's just because I've been reading a bit too much, not a bit too much fantasy, but I have been reading a bit more fantasy than I have of romance books, just because fantasy is just so much better for me. I feel like once you've gone into fantasy, I can't really look at romance the same a little bit, just because it's so mundane with romance books, even though they're not real, they're all fiction. But you know, if anyone like understands what I mean, like you read a fantasy book or like a romantasy and it's just so good, but then you go into a romance book and it just doesn't hit the same. I'm going to try and finish off this chapter and read this one paragraph of chapter 13, and then I want to get to bed, maybe edit a bit, because I need to finish editing a video that I need to upload tomorrow. My dog's attempt at trying to get water while the plant has been tipped over. I filmed last night, but yeah, I deleted that footage. I am currently over halfway. I'm on page 228. I am indeed on that. I did update last night, but then all my thoughts literally changed today. So not all my thoughts, but just some of my thoughts have changed. First thing, the Taylor Swift references with like the notes and that, like across the windows. It's so cute. Every time they're writing or just anything, they're writing to each other, and it's mainly Gus talking to her, you know, so he's initiating all of it, so I find that very cute. Last night I had said that I hadn't felt any connection between January and Gus, mainly because they only went on like 3 dates and then 2 cult interviews. I just did not feel a connection whatsoever, but they've just had like a serious talk on the beach and it's made me change my mind. I think they just needed to talk a bit more, you know, because I don't know, I just didn't get a like vibe between them. I read a bit more and I'm like, okay, yeah, now like 200 pages in, I do feel like, you know, they kind of have a bit of connection. I will continue what I'm saying in a minute, but oh my god, very exciting package. That's like the biggest package I've ever gotten. I'm so excited. I need to bring it into my room because it is heavy and huge and it needs to be opened in here. Hello. I love you, but seriously, you're in the way. I really should have waited to read this book until summer. I don't remember what I said today. I think it was the connection. I wasn't really like vibing with them, but the more I've read the book, the more I've actually started to like them together. Their connection is still not quite there for me. I don't know why. I had some nice things to say about this book today, and then now I've just gone back to I'm bored. It's so slow. I don't think it's picked up. I don't actually remember much of this book, even their dates. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put it out there. I kind of skipped the interviews because I really did not care. I know it's supposed to be like for his book and that, and it might mean something later. And people are probably screaming like, oh my god, it's gonna mean something later. Blah, blah, blah. But I just don't care. You can say that you want to interview them. Maybe say a couple of things that they had said, and that's it. I don't need a whole 15 pages of the interview that went on for 4 hours. I don't need it to be that long. Maybe a page, that's it. Also, update on the beanbag chair. It is huge. Not like as big as I thought, because we had a beanbag chair. I don't know if I just need to like sit in it more, but it feels a little bit hard. I might have to sit in a bit, but it does have sensory foam, so yes. Also, it's that soft, I slide out of it. I sat down in it and I literally have to get into a position where I'm not sliding down it because I feel like I'm gonna fall off. By the way, if you do want the chair, be prepared to not buy any books for a while. I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out, and they do have some other beanbags if you want something a bit cheaper, but you do still have to buy sensory foam. Yesterday when I got 200 pages in, I wrote down about Gus always leaning against the door, and we know as women we love when a fictional man will lean against the door. I decided to put that down to talk about because he's always leaning against the door. I don't know what's going on with this piece of hair. We're gonna ignore it. I'm gonna do a very quick update before I start getting ready for work because I gotta leave in like 30 minutes and I haven't even done my makeup. I've been really trying to read this today because I just want to get it done. I want to get it done today and I want to start a new book. I've got that much left. I'm on page 300, chapter 24, so I think I've only got 4 chapters left. Still not really feeling the connection between them. I don't know what it is. I just do not feel a connection between them at all. Or maybe a little bit of a connection, but I feel like more friends connection than just like kiss. I'm sorry, but January is so annoying. Something about this bunny thing that is annoying. I'm pretty sure she started breaking down when she saw the lady or that woman that his father was with when he was at this like beach house. Couldn't even say hi to her or anything. You haven't even spoken to her and yet you're breaking down. And there are some letters, she won't even read them apparently because she's too stubborn not to. Just some of the things that she says and does is a little bit annoying. Not every book that I'm gonna read and do a reading vlog on is gonna be positive because obviously I don't know if I'm gonna like the book or not. And most of the books I have done are positive. You need your own opinions. I'm sad that I can't feel any beach vibes. It feels more gloomy, even though they do talk about like the sun and all that. I feel like half of it is more about the cold. I feel like it would have been so much more fun if it was more about the dates. I'm not going to talk about anything right now because I know I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to leave nothing for the review. So yeah, okay. Final review time. I might look a bit crusty dusty just because I've decided to stop putting some makeup on for a while because I've had some like red spots on my face. They've gone away a bit, but we don't know what it is. I'm gonna be looking like this. If you can't handle a girl not having makeup on, then you can just click off the video. What do I say about this book? For my final review, I feel like this video has had its ups and downs, mainly downs, because I felt like I wasn't really saying anything positive about this book, but I decided to give this book 3 stars. Sad, I know so many people love this book, but I actually did go on Goodreads and most of it was like 4 stars, and then I did see some 3 stars, so I'm like, okay, I'm not alone in this. First thing that I like to preface is that I do love the writing in this book. I think it's really great. I love the way that she writes. writes, January's personality is just a little cringy at times for me, and kind of gave me the ick a little bit. Some things that she would say to like herself or in general, I'm just like, okay, yeah, cool. I don't know. There was something about your relationship between January and Gus that I didn't connect with. I just couldn't see a connection between them. I tried so hard to find a connection. There was just like small bits. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see where they connect. But then everything else, I was just like, no, I'm sorry, I can't see it at all. January a bit was very annoying. I felt like she was just a little bit pushy towards Gus and wanting to know like anything and everything about him, even yet he didn't really say anything. Like, it's his own life, and if he wants to talk about it, he can talk about it. If he doesn't, leave it at that, girl. Seeing her dad's ex, I don't know what the hell that was about. She literally walked into the room, saw her, went to the bathroom and started crying. You don't even know the girl. You don't know the full story. You didn't even read any of the letters. You didn't even talk to his ex. When she finally let her speak, she was still like, it's still his ex, like she was married. My girl, you literally kissed and did it with a married guy. What is the difference? There is no difference whatsoever. And I was just like, when I read, I'm like, the divorce wasn't actually finalized because she wouldn't go with it. Like, she wanted that divorce, but then she didn't want it because she wanted to have a second chance with him, because his best man, who was supposed to be like his best friend, was like, no, I don't want to be with you anymore. And so she decided to come back. Yeah, the book was very slow for me. I just had a very hard time with that, and on top of it, the long chapters did not do it for me. I'm sorry, but they were so long and they dragged. Like, there's so many parts you could have just cut out or made into another chapter. I'm very sad that I didn't like the book because I was so excited for it. I was like, oh my god, yay, beach read. Like, I'm so excited to see the hype about January and Gus and feel the summer vibes. It was just such a letdown for me. I don't hate the book. Don't take any of the negative stuff that I'm saying about this book to heart or anything. I did like Gus, you know, I don't hate him or anything. 3 stars for me. I'd still recommend it to people. You know, I know that other people might like it even though I didn't. That is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you didn't, it was probably because I said some negative stuff about your favorite book. Like I said, not every book is gonna be for everyone. Everyone's gonna have their own opinions. How freaking rude. Bloody died on me as soon as I'm finishing. That is it for today's video. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to do all the usual YouTube stuff that you would know how to do, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.